I found out I can lose weight. You can lose weight. What is up, guys? Scrag coming back at you. Got the GoPro mounted up on the windshield, some would say. The topic of today is going to be MyFitnessPal. MyFitnessPal. I don't know how well I covered MyFitnessPal before when I've talked about weight loss and my weight loss journey. But I just wanted to mainly focus on MyFitnessPal and how awesome it is. I just recently did a post on Reddit where I let people, see a picture of me. I think I put the picture up before on my YouTube channel. And it's a before and after. And in the post, I said, this is what MyFitnessPal has done for me. And I got a lot of people kind of saying, no, that's what you did for yourself. And I really want to hammer home that MyFitnessPal is an awesome, awesome way to lose weight, especially if you are very obese, like I was. 321 pounds, and not even thinking that there was any way that I was going to be able to lose weight. Mostly thinking there was something wrong with me. Medically, I just never got it diagnosed. That's a belief that you have to give up. That's the only thing that was holding me back, was an excuse. And the excuse was simple. My excuse was, I can't lose weight because there's some other thing wrong with me. For most people who are like I was, you don't really think about what you're putting in your mouth as often as you're putting it in your mouth. Until you take the time to use some kind of a calorie counting app. I don't care if you use MyFitnessPal, it doesn't matter. There's tons of them out there. A lot of phones now come with them built in, like Android. I know there's some kind of function, well, not Android, sorry, Galaxy phones. They have S Health, which you can use S Health. I think iPhones have it. So you don't have to use a third-party app. Your phone may already have one integrated into it. And all you have to do is start using it. When I started using it, I was under the assumption that I'm heavy because of something else wrong with me, not what I'm putting into my mouth. The first day that I used it, I saw immediately that what I put into my mouth is a lot more calories than what the app was suggesting that I put in to lose weight. Now again, 321 pounds, I'm basically 5'11", 6 feet tall. At the time I was 32 years old, might have been 31, I don't remember. It was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now. And I put in all the information, pertinent information for me, and it suggested that I could eat up to like 2,500 or 2,700 calories, something like that, something ridiculous. You look at what a nutritional label that you see on all the foods and stuff that are packaged here in America, and the nutritional label will say that the guidelines are based on a 2,000 calorie diet, right? Or regular diet. So the average person, a normal healthy person, should be consuming about 2,000 calories a day. Me being so overweight, I could still eat 2,500 or 2,700 calories and I would still lose weight. It's insane. It's insane to think about that is how heavy I was. So I started logging my foods. And one of the first things that you don't think about, especially what I didn't think about, was every day, I had 1 or 2 rock stars. Just the regular taste like medicine rock stars. And I never thought about them as calories. I never just put it in my head that, oh yeah, these drinks are loaded with calories. Well, they're like 180 calories a piece or something ridiculous like that. They might even be more. It might be 240. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty sure it's 240 per can. So right there, I was eating or drinking a huge chunk of my calories with something that didn't fill me up. It didn't make me feel like I was getting any kind of sustenance from it. I didn't feel like I was getting, a full feeling from it. It was just a drink that helped power me through my morning or through my day. Now, fast forward a little bit more, going to lunch, because I was the type of person that only ate twice a day. I usually, almost always, skip breakfast. I just wasn't hungry. So for most of my life, I didn't eat breakfast because I wasn't hungry. Not because I was starving myself, but I just wasn't hungry. And so in my mind, I thought, well, I'm only eating twice a day. There's no way I'm eating enough calories to be fat. Sure enough, go to, my typical restaurant I went to, like fast food restaurant, Carl's Jr.'s. Order my regular, meal, eat my regular meal, go to log my calories. And the nice thing about my MyFitnessPal is that almost always, especially at fast food places, someone has already gone to the website or, found out what the calories should be. So all you have to do is plug in the name of the food, and that will give you the calories for that food. And in my case, I got what I usually got, which is a double Western bacon cheeseburger with a large fry. My drink, I prefer Diet Coke, so calories weren't coming from the soda that I was drinking. But I didn't think, a hamburger and fries was going to be as many calories as it ended up being. So in my morning and in my afternoon, I had basically consumed my entire day's worth of calories right there. And the first day I used MyFitnessPal was the first day my eyes were open to the problem is me. The problem is something that I can control. So, obviously, I started using the app religiously. And I became just adamant about thinking about what am I going to eat tomorrow. I would go through the app and I would find things at restaurants that I was going to eat at, and I would put those things into the app to see, what it would be like calorie-wise. And I started planning my day meals out that I was going to go to the next day. That way, and this is what really helps, I think, especially for me it helped. That way, when I got to a restaurant, I didn't stand there and just wonder, what am I going to eat, and just go with the first thing that looked good to me. I knew I had a plan. I had a mission going into that restaurant. I'm going to get the barbecue chicken sandwich, and I'm going to get the fried zucchini, or I'm going to get the side salad. I'm going to get this. And I had my meal ready before I set foot in the restaurant. It's kind of one of those things that they tell you to save money. Don't ever go shopping on an empty stomach. Eat before you go, or else you're going to walk through the store and everything you see will look good and you'll want to eat it, and you're going to put it in your basket and you're going to buy it and you're going to waste a lot of money. The same is true for eating. If you go to a restaurant hungry, your eyes are going to tell you need to stuff yourself full of whatever this stuff is, and you're going to do it. You're going to get the double hamburger, you're going to get the large fry, you're going to get a milkshake, you're going to get all these things that are making you fat. Now, easy enough. Use the calorie counting app, plan out your meal, go to the restaurant with your list of what I'm gonna order already known. You can even have it already plugged into the program, so you don't have to worry about updating it or putting in your calories at the time you're eating it or right after you're done eating. You can put them in the morning of, when you wake up or whatever. You can skip ahead days even. I never did this, but you can slide the menu, or not the menu, but the daily calendar. You can slide it forward in time so that you can program, say, I know I'm going to go on Tuesday, I'm going to go to this restaurant, I'm going to put in my calories that day so that when I wake up, I already know ahead of time how many calories that meal is going to cost me, so that if, I want to eat a breakfast or I'm planning to have a dinner, I know ahead of time where I'm going to be at. Now, this is all, simple, easy adjustments. The other thing that I did not do this, but I highly suggest it. If you're seeing my channel, it's mostly because I do cycle vlogs now. I ride a bike to work every day. Rain, shine, snow, doesn't matter. I'm on that bike and that's how I'm getting to work. You don't have to be that way to get your exercise. You can get your exercise in multiple ways. I have found, for me, cycling is enjoyable. It's easy. I'm in love with cycling now. I mean, I think about cycling all the time. But when I started losing weight, when it was my first year, I didn't do any exercise. I did 0 exercise. And when I say 0 exercise, I mean, like, the only exercise I did was waking up, walking to and from the shower, heading to, my place of business or whatever, walking around at the place of business, getting up from the desk to go to the refrigerator to get a drink or something like that. That was my exercise. That was it. All I did was calorie count. I lost 80 pounds in my first year. And it was because of that 80 pounds that I lost that I had the comfort feeling of, I can start riding a bike. I can ride a bike around the block with my kids. I can get on the bike and I can just go out and have a good time with my kids. And it will be a side benefit of some exercise. Well, shortly after I got just a cheap bike from a local classified ads place, I fell in love with riding a bike again. I was like a kid. I got on that bike, I started riding around the block with the kids, and next thing I knew, the kids were tired, but I still wanted to ride. I kept exercising. And once I started exercising, the weight just melted. I mean, it came off like crazy. So now I have had several people who have come to me for weight loss advice, and the 2 things I suggest: MyFitnessPal, get a bike. Those 2 things make it so fast, so simple to lose weight that you'll just be astonished at how quickly you can lose weight. One of the guys that I talked to, he was 270 pounds. He listened to me. The first thing he did, he went to the local bicycle collective. He got a $100 bicycle. Maybe you don't have $100. You don't have to get a $100 bicycle. You can get a $50 bicycle. You can borrow a bicycle, whatever. But bikes are cheap. You can get bikes dirt cheap. He got a bicycle. He started calorie counting. In 6 months, he's lost 50 pounds. He's on track to be better than me. I mean, he's down to 220 pounds or 215 pounds, I think was his last. So he's lost more than 50 pounds. He is just killing it, doing the exact same thing that I did. But he started off hopping on a bicycle. I didn't. I just calorie counted, and it took me a year to lose 80 pounds. And I was fine with that. I wasn't trying to set a record. To me, losing weight was a side benefit. I didn't start my weight loss journey to lose weight necessarily because I didn't feel unhealthy. I didn't feel like losing weight was something I had to do. It was just one of those things that I kind of stumbled into it. I thought, yeah, losing weight, it's not something I can do. And then I started, and it was just melting off and coming off. And I realized, holy cow, I can do this. I have control over my weight loss. And that's what geared me up and got me so, just like militant about sticking to the program and doing everything I could to lose weight, because I found out I can lose weight. You can lose weight. Unless you have a medical condition. That's the only thing I'll speak to. If you have a medical condition that stops you from being able to lose weight, you got a thyroid problem or something. There's something else wrong with you. That I can't help you with. But if your only excuse is you've got an excuse, I can help you. You can help me. I'm just a messenger. I'm simply telling you what I did so that you can try it. It's not going to cost you anything. If you're watching this, more than likely, you're on a computer or you've got a smartphone. And if you're on a computer or if you've got a smartphone, you can do this. If you can't afford a bike, don't get a bike. go for a walk. I didn't walk. I didn't do anything. I thought to myself, if I have to do this or do that in order to lose weight, I'm not going to do it. I can't stick to that. But then I started doing it after I had lost so much weight that I didn't have an excuse anymore. I didn't have a reason not to get on a bike because weight loss was happening. And for me, getting on a bike became an alternate mode of transportation originally. The side benefit was I also lost weight while doing it. Anyway, guys, I'm at my destination. I'm going to cut it off here. I'll come back at you with more of these kind of tips and suggestions and helpful hints, things like that. But I really like shooting these videos while I'm on my way to and from places. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not an overweight person, if you're on my channel because you're into cycling, but you know someone who is overweight, send them this video. Suggest this video to them. I was the person who thought, I don't need to lose weight because I don't feel bad. It wasn't until I got down in weight that I started realizing that I did feel bad. You don't know how you feel when you're overweight until you're not overweight. You just get so used to the blah feeling of life that you don't realize it can be much better. You don't realize that you are struggling to do things because you just always do it. You know, you always live with that pain, or you always live with that struggle, that it becomes mundane to you. Struggle is part of life, and you get so accommodated to just dealing with it that you don't think about it anymore. But once the weight comes off, and once you start actually seeing the benefits of being lighter, it opens your eyes to just how bad you really felt and how your life wasn't nearly as great as it could be. Anyway, guys, take care. Hope you guys somewhat get some help out of this, or help someone else get some help out of this. I'll catch you later.